This is the first video for Robotics Engineering Unit for Robotics 2. For this unit, we've got several learning goals. I want you to be able to discuss what engineering is, identify the subsystems of a robot, discuss different kinds of manipulators and accumulators, explain the four motor characteristics, describe how to build a linkage system, and discuss the different types of steering systems. So, getting us started here, engineering. It's many things to many people. Basically, though, it's just problem solving. So when you identify a problem, you want to try to solve it. Four main branches then for engineering. We'd have mechanical, electrical, civil, and chemical. And you can read the descriptions for each of those. There are several more. There's computer engineers. There's aeronautical engineers. There's several types. In robotics, primarily we're going to focus on the mechanical, electrical, and software engineering. I'm sure some people would call software more computer sciences or computer engineering. So now for the subsystems. We can think of a robot as a collection of 6 subsystems. So first off, we have the structure. And this will basically be all the parts that make the chassis, accumulators, manipulators, all the nuts and bolts and screws and fasteners and everything. So, whenever we look at the pieces of structure we have, our C channels, our wide C channels, bars, everything, that all falls under to the substructure. The next category is motion. This will be all parts that make the motor or make the robot move. So this includes our motors, gears, if there's any kind of bearings, and all that. The next subsystem is power. So basically, this is all parts that provide electricity to the robot. So obviously, we got our batteries. This also includes like that battery extender that we can use. So if we have anything that can add additional batteries to the robot. The next subsystem will be your sensors. So this is all parts that allow the robot to interact with its environment. So we have several sensors. We have the ultrasonic rangefinder, we've got the limit switch, we've got bumper switches, we have encoders for the drive shafts. We have a lot of different sensors that we can use. The next category is the logic. So this will be all parts that allow the robot to process information. So when the sensors send data, that data has to go somewhere. And that's going to go to our device called the microcomputer. In the microcomputer, we have placed our code, which then, when the data from the sensors comes in, the microcomputer follows the code that tells what to do. So if there's action, we get a reaction from it. And then finally, we have our control, and this is just all parts that allow a human to control the robot. So for us, that's going to be the joystick. And we'll go ahead and close it up there for our first video.